Shall we settle? Please, people. Good, good. All seated and ready to learn, are we? Excellent. Oh, I see we have a few rambunctious types in the back of the room who wish to continue while Mr. Peters is trying to run his class. Well, stop it, cheeseheads. It's time to pack your keister and zip your flapping gums before I come up there and do it for you. That was a little taste of a broken accent. Very useful in situations where you want to cut right to the point. We'll work on that one later. This is Accents Incorporated. Today, I will be giving you a very overview on how to speak in over half a dozen different accents. I promise, you won't forget my methodology. First off, is there anyone here who's in the wrong group? This class is for learning different accents or dialects. If you wanted the class accents or making your hatchet smell minty, you're in the wrong group. So get out of here! Vamos! Excellent. Well, I'm guessing many of you are aspiring actors or thespians, as we call them in business. Or you're hoping to be familiar with accents because a friend or a loved one speaks with an accent and you have no idea at all what they're saying. Muy bien. Now that was Spanish. Actual Spanish, not an accent. I'm afraid I won't be teaching you a whole new language today. That would take at least 2 sessions. Right then, let's start with a British dialect, like the one I'm faking. I mean speaking. Speaking. There are hundreds of different dialects, so let's start with London, shall we? Now, if you would be so kind, please stand in your seat and do this motion with me. We are sipping our tea. Very British. You'll notice my pinky is extended high in the air whilst I drink. Why do we do this, you may ask? Is it because the handle is too small for our fingers? Not at all. It's because the British are snotty. Say that with me in a British accent. Snotty. Keep your nose in the air and talk with nasal. Now try this one. I'm going to the theater. Now you. More nasal. Try it again. Really be pompous. Excellent. Now take your tea again, and there's one last phrase in the London/British dialect. This tea is Now you. Thrust your head back. More nasal. You, in the third row, more pompous. You don't look condescending enough. Right. On to something a bit more complicated. Cockney. For Cockney, you have to imagine you've been pummeled in the face repeatedly with a large blunt object. Do this now. You should look like you're in pain at all times. Now, keeping your face in the same position, repeat this phrase in a Cockney accent. Right, then, governor. Now you. Well, that was horrible. You have to feel the pain. Lower your voice. Pretend you've been awake for 48 hours straight. But stop slower, as if you were highly medicated. Now try. Excellent. Let's move farther north in the British Isles, shall we? How about Scotland? Scottish is a highly amusing dialect that's great fun at parties. We'll start simple, with the word G-R-E-A-T. Now, how would you say that normally? Correct, the same way you'd say the word G-R-A-T-E, one of the hundreds of twisted, cryptic rules of American English grammar. Now, in Scotland, they would say the word in a similar fashion, but with much more emphasis on the A sound. So instead of great, you get great. Try that after me now. Great. For Scottish, you must thrust your chin forward as if you had an enormously thick beard that doesn't allow you to lower your chin. Do this with me. Now, stand up and pretend you're holding a shepherd's crook. Every Scotsman is a shepherd, even the women. Pretend Whatever you're saying has to be heard all the way down the mountain you're standing on top of. Scottish is not a subtle accent. Now try this phrase. Angus, I blow away my haggis. The word is haggis. It is the bladder of a goat filled with its own intestines and innards. I want you to vividly picture yourself eating a bit of haggis and then trying that phrase again. Can you picture it? Do you see the various shades of beige? Wonderful. Now you're ready to try that phrase again. Angus, I blow away my haggis. Wonderful. Let's jump across the pond to Paris and work on our French accent, shall we? The French dialect is similar to London in that the French people think that they're better than everyone else. But instead of sticking their noses in the air, they raise their eyebrows like this, as if to say, "Why, ow, you in my country, you silly American dummy-bomb." I'd like you to picture yourself holding a long loaf of French bread in your hand. You will gesture with it while you speak to help you get the feel of the language. Here's another phrase. Ho, 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 I would like to go to the Louvre. The Louvre is a large French museum where many statues are exhibited. Let's just say the French have a very peculiar idea on what they would consider art. But anyway, let's move on. Italian, a gorgeous language spoken not only by mobsters, but also by chefs. For Italian, you must purse your lips like you're about to kiss someone on the cheek. Now take your hand and put your thumb and then fingers together and turn upward. Gesture with this hand while you speak, occasionally slapping it into the palm of your other hand. Try this with me. Oh, Tony, your lasagna had a wonderful ricotta. Ricotta is a type of cheese eaten only by Italians. And only Italians can make lasagna. If anyone else tries to make lasagna, about a food poisoning is the result. Let's do a few quickies, shall we? Swedish. For Swedish, hop up and down and repeat this phrase. Birdie, 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 birdie. Everyone knows the Swedish chef from the old Muppet Show is the best person to learn Swedish dialect. If you don't have any tapes of the Muppet Show, get them. Next, German. German is quite simple. For German, just pretend you have the flu and are trying to cough up as much phlegm as possible. For example, ja, mein Düsseldorf is missing a spa. And lastly, Brooklyn, which you've already heard a few samples of. A Brooklyn dialect comes straight from the groin. It's all about sounding like a swaggering swain with the brute strength of an ox, but can't do long division. Our first phrase is a common one you should be familiar with. Hey, baby, how you doing? Now you try. You would get beaten to a pulp if you said it that way. Try it again. That's it. You need to sound as shiny and silky as hair gel. That's wonderful. Well, I'm afraid our time is up, but there you have it. Over half a dozen accents you've mastered. Don't forget all the tricks I showed you with memory devices. Soon you'll be able to slip as seamlessly from one dialect to another as I can. Let me show you what I mean. I will now recite the Pledge of Allegiance using a smattering of dialects I have just told you. I pledge all day allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the Republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible. With a little bit of liberty and the justice, and maybe some pizza fire. For all. Wonderful. Now give all of yourselves a round of applause for being so courageous and so ridiculous. Come back tomorrow when we'll be reciting all of Shakespeare's plays in under 20 minutes and condensing Webster's dictionary into just 7 essential words. But for now, as the Swedish say, bark, bark, bark.